What's your favorite video game?
What's a video game?
My favorite videos
It's a
are
video that you
games.
My
game.
favorite video is that one by the Buggles.
where they kill the radio star.
Yeah.
Poor radio star.
Okay, so I'm guessing you mean we're drawing our favorite video games or just any video game?
I guess it's whatever catches your
My
fancy
favorite
today.
video game.
Your favorite video game to draw.
My
What
favorite
catches your?
video game?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good concept. What's your favorite video game to draw? Like, what's the most interesting?
I'm done.
Oh, did you
Get
just
that
draw?
signature on there.
Did you just draw Pac-Man?
That's exactly
No.
what I did. So I'm gonna take issue with this. Is Pac-Man really anybody's favorite video game?
Or is it just what you play?
No,
'cause
it was
it's
probably
there?
It's a pretty
It
crap
was probably
video game.
somebody's favorite video game.
Yeah, but I mean, if that anybody worthwhile,
Jesus.
I understand. Like, it has cultural significance, and I very much appreciate that. But I mean, like,
All right, I'm gonna go probably with a favorite video game, not my favorite, because my favorite video game is Knights of the Old Republic, and I feel like, probably gonna draw Star Wars sometime.
yeah.
I'm not gonna keep drawing lightsabers.
I mean, you don't have to draw a lightsaber for a
draw a
Knights of the Old
droid.
Republic game.
That's the best part of that game is getting
Mm,
to hit people with a lightsaber.
That's
I mean,
true.
I guess.
It's not the math.
Or the
like-
traps.
I liked having a short lightsaber in that game. I always thought that was really cool. Like getting to have like dual like dagger lightsabers.
What am I playing now? I'll just draw
Red
what
Dead?
I'm playing now. I'm drawing Red Dead. I'm gonna draw Red Dead.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna draw my character from Red Dead.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you not a set person in Red Dead?
Yeah, you are in the main game, but well, maybe I should draw one of the main characters because everybody will know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Should I draw James or should I draw? Well, I already forgot his name.
It's James Marston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the main guy is in this new one is what's his name?
Oh my gosh.
Why did I forget
I'm
his
blanking
name?
on it.
It's Mr. Locust,
He's
right?
so much cooler than James
He
too.
is.
Mr. Locust, Turby Locust.
Why are you saying that? Red Dead Redemption. I don't know what his name is.
All right, you start drawing them. I'm gonna look this shit up.
Okay, I'm drawing his name. Actually, you can make him look very different in the game too. So I'm probably gonna.
You get,
But you
get
never-
clothes and things, right?
You never were allowed to make him fat though. You never got to do thick Arthur.
Arthur, that's his name.
Oh man, it was just having
Nice.
to associate it with what I couldn't do with it.
All right, people, this is how you draw a horse.
Oh God, you're gonna draw a horse.
It's Red Dead Redemption.
Okay. I've always every time I talk to a comic book artist about what they hate to draw, it's
Yeah.
always a horse.
Yeah, it's always horses.
A horse, a stadium of people, or cars,
Stadium people doesn't come up that often, but yes.
or a stadium of horses.
Stadium
Also-
of Horses sounds like a nightmare. But yeah, it's I got my first
Hey, Mike.
yeah,
Why the long face?
my first DC assignment was drawing cowboys traveling through time, so I had to draw horses from the get-go. And my editor Mike Carlin said that artists hate drawing horses. So I was going to make sure I didn't complain about it. I learned how to draw horses.
What amazing comic was this? of
It was
cowboys?
called The All New Adam with Gail Simone.
Huh.
And Ivy Town, where the Atom lived, was like a nexus for all kinds of weird stuff. And there was this time traveler who, when he traveled through time, only half of him showed up, and the other half was stuck in the future. And so you could only see half of his body, and you could like see through it, like he was one of those body art exhibits.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the half of him that was in the future was his skin, and
No, he was
the
like
half of him that was
bisected
here
down
was-
the middle. So, did you give Arthur crazy facial hair?
No, I'm a simple man. I like just like a light stubble that eventually grows out into a beard, and then you gotta get shaved down a little. But then I just get kind of shaved to a neat
So
short beard.
did you like actually maintain? Did you like groom yourself in the game?
Man, I loved like coming into town after like being up in the mountains and then getting a bath,
Oh my God!
Whoa.
getting a bath, and then go in.
Did you get help
for a
when
nice
you took a bath, or did you do it yourself?
Oh, always get help.
Okay.
You gotta.
Are there like quick time events if you
you can
if you
pay
ha-
you
do it
can pay a
yourself?
nice lady to help you
Oh,
Oh, I
bathe.
see.
And you just take a load off. Nice little rest.
My name's Arthur Morgan.
Man, that is an angry looking. Is the horse angry in Red Dead?
How's that?
It looks
That
like one of your
better?
ponies now.
What?
It looks like one of your ponies now.
Yeah, I know. The Nobody's Ponies. In next month's battle.
Is that a
Card,
spoiler? Okay, yeah.
Nobody's
I
Ponies.
won't talk about it.
They're horse thieves. Get it?
I do. That's great.
The longer I do Battle Peg, the longer everything becomes just a extended pun. Battle pun.
Battle pun.
Now, here's the thing. Cowboy hats are way harder to draw than horses.
Cowboy hats are incredibly hard. Why is that?
Because they defy perspective.
There's a lot of swoops.
They defy perspective is what it is. Because you have these laws of perspective that you've taught yourself and learned from those who are smarter than you.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not adhere to any of these rules.
All right, what's harder to draw, a horse or a cowboy wearing a cowboy hat and carrying Captain America's shield on each arm?
Wait a minute, what?
I've also heard that that's hard to do in
Captain
perspective.
America's shield is it's easier than a cowboy hat because it's just a circle and you can figure out ways to make circles work in
Captain
perspective.
America's shield also serves the perk of it is that you don't have to draw hands then. If his shields, if he has two shields, then you don't have to
that's
draw.
a problem if you can't draw hands, Addison. Jesus.
You gotta rub it in, Mike.
Now see,
Hands are hard.
this is where digital is helpful.
I was just going to say that man is not on that horse.
He is a big man. And so he's got to be like that. Also, Arthur has no neck.
So do you don't draw him on a separate layer, you're just
No, because this is a sketch.
okay.
Nothing counts in a sketch.
All right, now I got to get into this at some point. It might as well be now.
Yes, sir.
You draw in Manga Studio.
It's Clip Studio.
It's Manga Studio because
it is Manga Studio.
it's a program for drawing comics, like manga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point they changed the name
Mm-hmm.
to Clip Studio because now it's a program for drawing clips.
I don't know why it does. You can animate in it now. Maybe that's why they call it Clip.
Okay. I never understood. I thought Manga Studio was such a great name.
I did too.
Yeah.
It describes exactly what it does.
And now it's Clip Studio Paint.
Clip Studio Paint. I guess it can't decide what it wants to be.
Yeah.
But also, it's like a Korean or Japanese program, so it does sound like a Japanese title that's been translated into English.
does a little
It
bit.
sounds like one of those weird anime. Clip Studio Paint. It's like, what
Clip
does that
Studio
mean?
Last Sequel. Prelude.
Gunbuster. It's called Gunbuster. Super Thunder
Gunbuster
Kick.
Paint.
Gunbuster Paint.
Gunbuster Paint Sharp.
All right.
So-
He's still not the right size.
Now I'm drawing a Destiny Warlock over here,
Yeah.
and it's so interesting drawing Destiny characters because really you just start adding things like handles everywhere, and like
Yeah, stuff that doesn't make sense.
there's no wrong answer here. You just kind of keep
The wrong answer is playing Destiny.
adding
Oh,
Ooh.
them be fighting words.
Yeah, man, come on.
Hey man, I gave it a chance
I got
twice.
3 medals over here to say you're wrong.
That's true. They sent you hardware, man. that is It is the biggest nerd thing. Well, that's not the biggest nerd thing about you.
Because I am a pretty big nerd.
I'm just saying. Oh, if you have two guns, they put that holster right up front, don't they?
You could literally just forget to draw the forearms of a character in Destiny, and that would be okay. You just have they're wearing nothing gauntlets. It's fine.
I forgot about those.
Oh, I gave him chaps. He had big Batwing chaps because chaps are cool.
And if your warlock's wearing them in Destiny, yes. Actually,
Can
a
you
warlock
have
would never
chaps in
wear
Destiny?
chaps. A warlock would only wear a dress.
What? A warlock only wears a dress?
Yeah, they don't wear pants.
They don't wear pants?
Yeah.
I mean,
It
they
interferes
do
with
wear
their
pants.
They
mystic
have to wear
powers.
pants. They're in combat, right?
No.
What's funny is their boots count as pants.
Mm-hmm.
So when you change your boots, it's really changing your pants
They're,
because they're,
they're,
pant
they're
boots.
boots are just tactical pants.
Tactical pants.
Yeah,
Tactical pants? Boots?
Tactical.
boots.
Boots is a totally different clothing item.
Well, just regular boots. Yes, these are space boots.
Yeah,
Space magic.
it's literally just to add more segments to things, and then like cut something out of something. And you
So
get,
I am drawing like the most primitive combat guy, and you are drawing like the most needlessly detailed.
yeah.
You're saying needless, like everything on a cowboy is purely utility.
Yeah.
What isn't?
Cowboys
The
are
hat.
cowboys
The
are
hat keeps
pretty.
the sun out of your
The
eyes.
scarf.
Cowboys are pretty aesthetic.
The scarf is for sweat.
You got belts and suspenders going on there.
The belt is for the guns, and the suspenders is to hold up your pants. It all makes a sense. Makes a sense.
Yeah, man, it's just like overlap everything, add segments.
Like half of the warlock's armor is literally just a segment that goes
You're
around its
talking
arm.
about redesigning a comic book costume these days
Yeah, true.
for film.
Can you put some ridgy webs on that warlock? And maybe some LEDs.
Ridgy
Ridgy
webs.
webs.
Ridgy
That's what they
webs.
used to call me in high school.
Ridgy Webs Norton. That's my character in Red Dead.
Ridgy webs.
Ridgy Web.
I forgot what mine is named. I think his name's Slappy Hambone.
Slappy Hambone. But the sad thing is your names never show up.
I know it's really
so-
dumb.
Like, why did we get to name our characters?
I feel that way in all of the Souls games. Like it has you name your character. My character in Souls is always Joey Beercock, and it never shows up outside of the character creation
The
screen
beer
ever again.
The horses matter. Their names,
Yeah.
because my horse's name is Shoggoth.
Oh no. Oh no. He has come.
So I gave Arthur a wide variety of facial hair combinations, but mostly it was mustachioed of some form.
Yeah.
Sure.
What haircut would you give him?
I gave him very skin short on the sides and a little bit on top, kind of like you,
Oh yeah.
or kind of like me.
That's what I did. That's the same as I did.
I didn't get ridiculous. I don't like curlicue mustaches and stuff like that. I think those are
Yeah.
dumb. But I think his face is made for mustache. Sure.
Show
Facial hair options in Destiny are somewhat limited.
Yeah. You don't ever get to see your face
No, you can have your helmet come off in the tower. I used to always
in
do
the
that.
tower.
Just in the social spaces.
Sure. Sure. Arthur says sure a lot.
Oh, okay.
That's how he
Okay,
answers
now,
it.
now I understand.
And boy,
You're not having
Bo?
a stroke. Good to know.
Have you ever heard the voice actor in real life?
No. Does he sound just like him?
He has the same timbre and tone, but he's Irish, so he has
Oh,
a very pronounced accent.
he's Irish? I thought he was from here.
No,
What? How did I not notice that? accent?
yeah, Marston sounds exactly like James Marston. Like, I think they found him like on a construction
Well,
site.
that like literally though, right?
Yeah.
Like he was not like
He's not a voice actor
or anything.
He
They
sounds
just-
just like the stuff he says sounds like James Marston.
he was the Harrison Ford of Rockstar.
Yeah, I don't know what I was drawing one night, and I watch a lot of people playing Red Dead, and for some reason YouTube just started up like a convention panel, and it had them on there, and I just started watching panel after panel of these guys talking.
You're like, I wonder what character the Irish guy is. I mean, I haven't gotten to that part in the game.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, that's Arthur. Sure. And I always gave him. He always. I didn't give him any special outfit. I just had him wear his thermal underwear and a pair of suspenders
Oh God,
because I thought that made him look more like a cowboy.
poor Arthur.
Well, I mean, we had winter weather. Yeah, I had the outfit for that because I think I killed like a legendary animal. I had the bear hat.
There was that was Long John's, right?
Yeah.
Like that. So it was like a full body onesie.
With a little
Kinda
butt flap, so you could poop.
Yeah. So it's just his Long Johns and chaps.
Well, he's got jeans on
Oh, okay.
and some boots. I'm done.
You're done.
Arthur
That's a
Morgan.
massive tail on that horse. My God.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh,
draw
there.
a tail.
Okay.
That's not his tail.
Now let's draw all the birds he's gonna shoot with Deadeye. I can never hit a bird while it was flying.
So it has Red Dead has like a Serious Sam kind of slow down time thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just
it's called Deadeye.
it's called Don't Need to Get Good.
You son of a! It's hard. I didn't even really use it a whole lot because it has auto aim.
So they were going in Red Dead
Hey,
for much
I'm,
more.
I'm
of
what
an-
I'm what we call a casual gamer.
they're going for much more of an interactive movie vibe than say a game per se.
Well, it's also the way those controls work in that game. It's really interesting because they're so lumbering and like you really have to commit to when you're doing something. They're not snappy at all. But that really adds to the vibe of the
It's
game.
definitely not selling the game.
No, it's great because it like
Lumbering controls.
no, it is. It's
Well,
like
it's sort of like the first Resident Evil, right? Like with the tank controls, and you're kind of going and leaning forward and leaning back all the time. Like those were miserable controls, but did add to the suspense of the game.
People have fond memories of it.
Now, so when you decide what to start on when inking, do you have favorite parts?
Faces. Everybody likes to do faces, I think, but sometimes I wanted to do Arthur's, but I thought maybe I'll save that.
I feel like the perk of doing the face first is that even if the rest of it is kind of like you kind of have to rush out the rest of it, at least you have that focal point.
Now you're making me paranoid, and I'm gonna have to draw the face.
Oh, sorry.
You're drawing a face.
Arthur Morgan. Sure.
Sure.
I can't stop saying it. Sure. It works. It works for everything. I mean, how did he know that? He's not from here. He didn't live in the 1800s. How did he know to say that?
He's just trying to he's trying to get to the coast and nobody's listening to him.
Sure.
It's like, hey Arthur, where are you trying to get to? Shore. He wants to spend some time on the boardwalk.
Where's
and
Arthur
no one's-
from in the game?
The shore.
I don't remember.
They're from north, aren't they? Well, that's just where they came from.
It's
Yeah.
a distant shore.
Shut up.
Yeah, I don't remember if they say what like of the made up states he's from.
Yeah, because Red Dead doesn't take place in America, does it?
It
Wait,
does. It does, but all the places
It's
that
not the America we know.
it's weird because
It's a fake world.
yeah, each of those
Like
places.
so there's Vice City. There's the equivalent of
Yes.
that in Red Dead.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
each of those places in Red Dead 2 are states.
Yes.
Like Lemoyne is Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
There's West Elizabeth.
What a weird thing to
Uh,
do.
Why? That's what they've always done.
No, I know, but I mean, it's just like it's weird to do in this context.
Yeah, West Elizabeth is like like the heartlands.
West Elizabeth, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Sure.
Sure.
Amberine. Oh boy.
Witness my horse's hair.
I mean, at least in Destiny, they're real places.
They are not. Oh,
are.
planets.
They
Yeah.
are.
The
sure.
moon,
Well,
Well, no,
the-
even
the
even
Cosmodrome.
yeah, sure. The Cosmodrome. That's a real place.
It's
It
in
is.
Russia.
It's in Russia.
the European Dead Zone is
Yeah,
Europe.
is in fact in Europe.
Yeah, the stuff that's in that game does not exist. The Cosmodrome does not exist like that.
Well,
Totally
duh,
a
it's
moon.
the future. It doesn't exist.
Jupiter.
Yet.
Jupiter is a thing.
I know the Rift is not a thing.
It will be.
I keep hitting this microphone with my pen. You think people will hear that?
Thunk,
Thump.
thunk.
Sure.
So did you play a warlock in Destiny, Yasin?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just like blowing everything up.
I don't know what everybody else does. Honestly, I've
I
tried to
was
go
a
through and play
Titan.
some other people.
I was a
and
Titan.
Voidlock for life.
Whenever I play an RPG, I usually play against like what I consider myself my type,
Mhm.
except for Destiny. I was like, I'm just gonna be a big bruiser that just likes to smash stuff. I was like, for the first time ever, I'm gonna play myself. Because like in
and you hated it.
Well, sort of. I didn't hate it. There's something freeing about it. It's just I can't aim a gun worth crap, you know?
That's why I played a warlock, because I just threw grenades at everything. Oh, Destiny 1 Voidlock, where you just basically got your grenades back every other second. I rarely shot my gun.
Really?
Yeah, it was great. And then I'd get my super crazy fast, and then I'd just blow everything up with that too.
I do like my Devour Voidlock in Destiny
Yeah.
2, where you have the you have Devour on your melee,
Mm-hmm.
but then you get like some are they the Karstein armlets?
Yeah.
That for every kill you get with melee, you get a stack that up to like 500% damage.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just run around. Everybody you kill completely restores your health, and for every kill you get a 100% buff.
Yeah.
And you're taking out yellows with melee attacks.
Oh,
pretty
you're
soon.
thinking no, the Winter's Guile.
Winter's Guile. That's the one. Yeah.
Karstein's the one
Karstein
that
are the
heals
vampiric
you.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't need that if you've already got the Devour going.
Yeah.
And it's also building up your grenade energy as you're using Devour, and then you
Mhm.
can stack your grenade for another charge of Devour, and it just
Grenade.
goes on and on.
Yep. You just you consume your grenade to start hunger,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start killing things,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have your melee just in case you
You
can't
run out
kill
of
something
charge,
fast
yeah.
enough. And then once you've started with the grenades, you get your grenades back super fast.
Yep.
So then you just start throwing your grenades to kill things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then your super comes super crazy fast because you're wearing the that horned helmet. That was always my favorite.
Oh, what is that? The Ahamkara one.
No, it's the more like Anubis-y looking, or not Anubis.
Yeah, it's got the nubs on it. It's the that you use. Oh no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was thinking of the one you use for the Slova skull. The
Oh.
skull of Ahamkara.
Yeah.
Because that one you use a Nova Bomb, and
Mm-hmm.
you get your Nova. Well, not anymore, I guess. But you used to get like most of your Nova Bomb back.
Yeah. I think that might have been one that was added back in because I don't think I had that one yet.
Well, and they severely nerfed all the things, all the items that give you back superpower.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah, but that's all right. I mean, like it's all part of their rebalancing that they're trying to do for where they. I guess are we in year 3 now of?
Yes, we're
Destiny
going into
2?
year 3,
Destiny
which is
2 year 3?
crazy. It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, for Shadowkeep, and that's fine. Like I'm like one of the things I'm most looking forward to in Shadowkeep is just finding the new good builds. You know.
Yeah. Especially if they're making it now that things are much more you have builds now again, more builds. I
Right.
mean, they're kind of, but nothing like Destiny 1 where you could come up with some crazy things within those skill trees,
Sure.
which I loved. I wish they brought that back.
Well, I think they are, right? Aren't they deepening the skill trees of your class? So instead
Oh.
of just saying top, middle, bottom, you're actually
Awesome.
picking stuff
I'm
now.
glad to hear that if that is the case. Yeah. Yep. I'm jumping back in. It's been too long.
Hey Josh, ask me if I'm gonna play Destiny.
Are you gonna play Destiny?
No.
You don't know it yet, but you are.
Sure.
Yar.
We're gonna all be on. We're gonna say, hey, just jump on the free to play thing, Mike, and you will do it. I don't think you're gonna be getting medals like me, but you
Look.
play.
Seriously, why tell everybody listening why you have medals from Destiny? Why they sent
For
you
completing,
why
for
they sent
completing
you
achievements,
mail.
That's all.
They what?
For completing achievements.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You've completed so many achievements. They sent you a medal.
A
They sent you
commendation.
more
A
than one medal.
commendation. Yeah.
What medals do you have?
Let's see here. You got the one for being a wayfarer. That one was pretty easy, actually.
What does that mean?
It means I have meticulously combed and cataloged every inch of our known solar system, led countless tactical strikes deep into enemy operations, and helped hold the Vanguard's defensive line week after week.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty jealous of that.
Can you tell everybody how old you are?
I am 42, I want to say.
Living the dream.
41, 42, something like that.
I'm not making fun of.
The hardest part about the Wayfarer was you had to get it was the escalation protocol weapons. I think you had to get all of the escalation protocol weapons. And that was kind of a pain in the butt.
Sure.
The other big pain in the butt was collecting all the sleeper nodes, but that was actually not required for Wayfarer, and I didn't find out until afterwards. I also have a Chronicler and a Curse Breaker.
This is definitely the most technically in-depth of any of the shows we've done so far. Because I don't understand a word about what you're saying.
We're talking builds and specific armor combinations. They're like, what the F?
Sure.
Hey, listener, do you play Destiny?
You should check out Destiny.
If so,
Wait a minute.
Leave
Are
us a-
they? Are
leave
we
us a
sponsored
comment.
now?
leave us a comment.
Oh, leave
You
it.
know,
Okay.
just pop in the comments and let us know if you like Destiny.
Yeah.
But seriously, you should check it
Also,
out.
Bungie.
One of the
Kick
best
us some
feeling-
money.
One of the best feeling games out there.
Yeah. And now they own it outright again, and
Yeah.
Bungie can truly make the game they wanted to all along. So awesome for you, Bungie. I'm happy you were able to escape from the iron grip of Activision.
I was just reading a thing in Polygon the other day that the first builds of Halo, of what would become Halo, were actually on the Myth engine.
Yes, it was a third-person.
It was
shooter.
it was like a tactical, maneuvering around like Myth.
I remember those original, like kind of like proof of concept videos that came out. I remember getting them on a PC gamer disc because it was going to be a PC exclusive game, and it was really cool. They wanted to build like a living world with like living ecosystems that you were running around playing this big third person shooter with lots of vehicles and stuff, and the multiplayer wasn't going to be like the deathmatch style that game got popular. It was going
Right.
to be more like the Battlefield games,
Right.
where huge map, tons of vehicles, like two forces fighting against each other using all these different
And that was the original motivation behind matchmaking, right? Is because like they didn't think they could get a lobby together of people to do the large scale whatevers. And
Yeah.
but it's just like at some point somebody said, oh, like it was like a warthog driving around. It's like, well, boy, I think it'd be more fun to actually like be driving that first person than watching it
Yeah. But
and
man,
clicking on a place.
I remember in the video, like, them driving a warthog and, like, coming past, like, some big, like, like, brontosaurus type alien creatures that just were living in the world. It was like watching the No Man's Sky
Yeah.
beginning trailers all over again, and
Well,
then
it's
not
just so
get.
weird that then that becomes like one of the best known first person shooters ever, like next to Doom probably.
Yeah.
And I loved Myth too. I'm just like, why couldn't you just make another Myth?
Sure.
Sure. Though it's also like, like all they had done before Myth was first person shooters. And
Yeah.
so it's like they took a break to do a third person strategy and then tried to make another third person strategy and turned into a first person shooter.
And I think that a lot of that was when Microsoft saw what they were doing and then invested into, or, I don't know how exactly it goes, but in purchasing and all that. But then, they saw what Bungie was doing and they were like, we like this, but we want a flagship shooter for our new console. And so then they started developing it more for console. And
Yeah, I remember Combat Evolved I had on my Mac. Like it was, they released it for Mac and PC. And then later for Xbox.
I didn't even play it till Xbox. Like that was, man, I love those games though, because they were, they were for playing co-op through the story mode, and you could play split screen co-op and beat that game in like a weekend
Yeah.
if you really went for it. I remember beating Halo 3. It came out at midnight, and we went and picked it up from the game store, from my friend's system. And we popped it in, jumped into co-op, and beat it at like somewhere between like 6 and 9 that morning.
Does that make is that worth it then?
I mean, I was in college. I could stay up all night
But I
doing
mean,
that
but
shit.
no, I mean, it's like now you finished your game. You just had it for like a day.
No, but then
Well,
we play it again.
But
It,
that
like,
was that was playing it on normal or maybe heroic, right? Like legendary
Yeah.
was a whole other thing.
and by the time that came out, it was almost like a movie experience because people were so into Halo. Like I remember having friends come and just watching, or me going into the room and just watching for hours while they played through the story again to see them experience it and to experience it again.
Yeah, that Halo 2 was like that for
Yeah.
me and my friends because we had all been involved in the I Love Bees thing.
Oh, yeah,
leading
yeah.
up to it, and
I forgot about it.
oh yeah, Wide Awake and Physical. And so like it was all about like the story. We just played it through on like easy as fast as we could to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, I remember at that time I thought that was going to be the start of, just because I saw what people were doing, I thought that was going to be the start of a time where games were going to become that kind of shared
Yeah, me
couch
too.
experience. And I think online multiplayer or the dependence on online multiplayer kind of killed that. But yeah, I thought for sure after that point that people were going to start like having like kind of like parties or not parties, but like movie nights to be like, we're going to play through this, 3 to 5 hour game like we're watching a movie together. And I kind of wish there were more games like that.
Yeah.
That, like we keep coming out with these like really in-depth like, choose your own adventure games that your decisions make a huge difference so that there's replayability. But when the game itself is like a 40-hour long game,
Yeah. Well, they keep on making 40-hour, 60-hour game, right? That means 40 hours spent alone,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, also, once I've completed a
I like
40-hour
being
game,
alone.
I don't want to play through another 40-hour game just to see what could have happened.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why I don't replay stuff.
Yeah.
Like people are replaying Red Dead, and I'm like, that game took half my year.
Yeah. And Telltale was kind of doing that, but it also was just the most basic game form possible.
Mm-hmm.
I would have like I would have liked the Telltale style like decision making and shortness or episodic nature, but with a little more varied gameplay.
The only people doing good like group games like that right now are Jellyvision.
I haven't tried their
Jellyvision?
game.
Oh, like you don't know Jack and the Jackbox and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
and
those,
They're
yeah.
little, you draw a picture. Well, I forget what that one's called.
Yeah.
On like your phone.
Hmm.
Like those are all really great, like collaborative multiplayer, but in a room experiences.
My favorite ones, and these are more versus multiplayer games, was the ones that came with Johann Sebastian Joust.
Oh yeah.
They had this really fun
What?
pole vaulter.
Johann Sebastian Joust.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was with the
It's a
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
It's a
What were those
great
called? Move.
name.
yeah, it was the
The
Move
sticks?
controllers,
Oh, that was the little thing that looked like a microphone.
Yeah.
lollipop.
And
Yeah.
with Joust, it would play music, and the faster the music was, the faster you can move, right? And
Yeah.
The slower the music, the
You're-
slower you had to move. And so you were trying to hit somebody else's hand to make their stick move faster than was allowed,
Yeah,
while protecting your own,
you're trying to like jostle them.
which was cool because it was all real spaces and no actual like game zone. And
Yeah.
game zone.
Oh yeah, we'd play in like the living room and dining room of
Mm-hmm.
my buddy's house. But they had another game on there that was really fun, and it was this like you're like these little like pole vaulter dudes, and it's a side scroller kind of combat game that kind of worked almost like Joust rules, like the old side scroller Joust, where you
Yeah.
had to like land on top of the
where
person.
you're on an ostrich.
Yeah, but you
Killer
you,
Queen rules
You
for-
won
for
by
the
like hitting
youngers out there.
from above. Yeah, but the only controls you had were your two thumbsticks,
Mm.
and one moved your guy, and then the other rotated your pole vault stick,
Mhm.
so you could jam it into the ground and try and get above the other person.
I always thought one of the most clever games I've ever played is. Do you guys remember Empire Strikes Back for the? No, maybe it was Return of the Jedi for the Atari. It was one where you had you used the paddles for it, right? The little spinner things, and you each controlled a lightsaber on one side of the screen, and then the little drone thing went back and forth between you. And when you pressed your button, the little drone would shoot a little laser at the other person. But that laser would travel at the angle that your lightsaber was pointing.
Oh, that's cool.
And at the same time, they were trying to shoot a laser at you. And your lightsaber would block the laser. But obviously, if you are pointing yours at such an angle so as to hit the other guy, it's probably also leaving you open to be hit yourself. And so you had to like swap back and forth really fast between these angles as this thing's moving around and trying to. It was such a really great kind of rock, paper, scissors kind of experience with really horrible graphics.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want more couch co-op, storytelling, fun, shared experience games.
No,
Especially ones that you can do the whole like, when you die, pass off the controller, but then keep playing through.
that's Nintendo, right? That makes that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
They
a little
used
a little
to.
Mario Party, right?
Yeah.
Like if you were going on in this at some spot in the story, it was like players 3 and 5.
You suck.
You need to do this.
Oh, I literally meant just like house rule, like
Oh yeah.
you know, when player A dies, hand off to, or player A and B are playing a co-op game, and then one of them gets killed. they handed over the controller over to the third person sitting on the couch.
Is that a goddamn minigun?
It's not a goddamn minigun.
Okay, good.
Is that a goddamn minigun?
It's a repeater rifle.
Yeah, it's hard since all the games are just single player now for the stories, that when you die, it like sends you back to a checkpoint, so it's not as fun to hand off that controller.
Messy, yeah.
Versus when it's two people playing, if the second person doesn't die, they just need to revive the other person, so you can keep at it.
This is one of the things. I mean, it's not like real world, like couch co-op.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of the things I appreciate about Destiny's raids.
Yeah.
Right? Is that it's like it is get together in a group collaborative problem solving,
Mm-hmm.
and that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Unless you like me, you're not very smart.
Well, it's not really a smart thing.
Problem solving?
Well, I mean, you just have it's more of a persistence thing.
Well, that I have. But I also have a lack of patience.
I think you've just said two different things.
Yeah, it's true. I'm a conundrum wrapped inside a riddle.
Wrapped in bacon.
Mm-hmm. And I'm done. Look at this. Yeah.
I'm just kind of been just adding stuff as I go. I'm
Well,
kinda just-
that hat may be the best thing about this.
You think?
Yeah, it's a good hat.
quick. What's the easiest ghost I can draw really quick?
Sure.
You'd think it'd be the
Maybe the
Standard.
disco ball one, or
yeah, you'd think it'd be the standard one, but I feel like
That's
the
a-
newer ones are simple.
that's
Yeah,
a lot
that-
of angles on
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah.
standard
really
ghost.
hard.
And that encounter shell.
Destiny. Let's see.
I'm just adding more details while you're.
You could just do an exploded one, so that it's like just the eye in the middle, and then some
Ooh.
swirling bits around it.
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Where's Arthur's ghost?
Hi. Hello. I'm a little misshapen ghost because you probably shot me a couple times by accident. Ah,
I'm from the future.
I'm from the future.
Here we go. Here's a rough approximation.
Those bandits came from the moon.
There we go. Arthur and his ghost. Sure.
Sure. Yeah, I want a ghost that just says sure.
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 I think I've really developed my Arthur work.
What's that design on the holster?
It's one of the special holsters you get.
Oh.
I
Do
forget
you have
what
do you
kind. I
do you
think
have
it's
the
I think it's the naturalist or whatever the.
do you have the achievements to do that, or are you using it now illegally?
I have some not achievements, but I've attained some special gear.
Okay.
I'm not a weirdo like you, but
I just want to make sure you're not like stealing honor over here.
I'm not.
with your-
This is not stolen valor. I promise. Are you done yet?
Yeah, I'm just finishing this hand. This wonky hand.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, while Addison finishes up there, I'm going to say to people who are still watching us for some reason, you should friend us. We'll play Destiny.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy,
Not me. I won't be playing.
that's a big commitment.
And you should also hit like and subscribe. And
Hit like and
the
subscribe.
bell, which I honestly,
Yeah.
I can't even. I'm not gonna insult your intelligence by saying you don't know how to get a video if you want a video. So do the things that you gotta do. Sure. Sean's very into the bell. I think he gets. Do you get kickbacks from the bell?
All right. I'm done.
All right.